Hello, my name is Dr. Penny Potter, and I'm here to talk to you about my chapter in the upcoming Fielding Monograph on Innovations in Leadership Coaching. My chapter is a little bit different because it's not on coaching per se, but on those who become coaches, the process of becoming a coach. So in this brief video, I will describe the genesis of my interest in this topic. I'll provide a brief overview of what's in the chapter, what you can expect to read, and I'll also share who might be interested and benefit from reading this chapter. So my interest in becoming a coach started about 15 years ago when I went through my own coach program. And after graduating, I spoke to so many coaches who had this same story or a similar story, that it was transformational and it didn't matter what program they went through. So that had me curious. What is it about becoming a coach that creates such a consistent pattern? So then when I entered my doctoral program and was thinking about my dissertation, this came back to me. And I decided to look into this. I realized that before even looking at what goes into creating this kind of atmosphere, what I needed to do was to validate the fact that something did occur, that this was more than just feel-good stories about what happened in a coaching program. And so I set about to measure any changes in the cognitive complexity of those who go through a coach training program. I also gathered qualitative information, data, and that was very interesting as well. So it was a mixed method study. So in the chapter, I first described the handful of studies that occurred before I did my research, which was only 5 studies. And the similar results of each of those studies, despite the fact that they were from different programs from all over the world, from India, South Africa, the US. Then I described briefly my study and the results, as well as some of the really interesting qualitative data that some of the participants shared. Very interesting. Then I go a little bit further to dig into what might account for these changes that are measurable, that are demonstrated to occur. It's not just qualitative reporting. I was able to measure changes in one's cognitive complexity. And what I did was in the last part of the chapter is to look at theories, several different theories that come together and describe the tensions that coaching students experience when they go through a coach training program and when we all conduct a coaching conversation. Those tensions still exist, but we become better and better at managing those dialectics or those tensions. And I present a relatively complex model to show the complexity of a single coaching conversation and all the different dialectics from different theories that can explain this predictable pattern that occurs when one becomes a coach. And the predictable pattern is that people come into a coach program really excited and ready to go. Fairly early on, usually about the second or third class, they have a bit of a regression, a bit of a falling apart and wondering, gosh, am I even cut out for this? Why can't I ask a question anymore? And then when things start clicking back into place in a more complex way, as coaches learn to manage these dialectics, you can actually witness this occurring. So I've had the benefit of teaching coaching for the last 8 years or so in various programs in various ways, and it doesn't matter. It always happens, the same pattern. Very interesting to me and continues to interest me. Those who might be interested and benefit from reading the chapter are of course coach educators. I think that it would be valuable for anyone who teaches coaching to understand the complexities of what you are trying to incite in students. Also, those who had a transformative experience in their coach training program would be interested. And lastly, if you are a coach and you coach those clients who are undergoing a transformation, it might also be interesting to you. So I hope you enjoy my chapter on becoming a coach, and drop me a line on LinkedIn and let me know what you thought of it. Thank you so much.